Hi and Assalamualaikum. We are from IP247G Group 3. We will be presenting about land reclamation in Palm Jumeirah, Dubai. We consist of 9 members in a group. So, let's begin the presentations. The Palm Island, which include Palm Jumeirah, Dira Island and Palm Jebel Ali, are 3 man-made islands off the coast of Dubai, United Arab Emirates. All 3 islands share their date palm tree form with a spine, fronds and a long trunk, a crescent-shaped breakwater, subsea vehicular tunnel and monorail, subsea horizontal directional drilling, crossing on both eastern and western ends of the site and piles on each side of crescent. For this assignment, we have chosen Palm Jumeirah as our case study. Palm Jumeirah is a 600-acre piece of land that was built from 2001 to 2009 and is considered one of the world's largest projects.
Next, the most interesting part and engineering factor about Palm Jumeirah is there is no steel or concrete was required in the constructions of the Dubai main island. Next, Dubai Palm Island are made from all nature materials, rock and sand upon the Prince Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum request. And lastly, the breakwater was constructed using a combination of geotextile fibre and sand as well as small and medium rock. The palm is protected from typhoon and hurricanes by this barrier, which is built beneath the crescent.
Okay, next we proceed with the machineries used for the Palm Jumeirah construction. First, we have the cutter suction dredger, which is a vessel that uses a rotating cutter head to loosen the material in the hard ground. Next, hopper barge, designed to carry materials like rocks, sand and soil for dumping. And then dumper, used for the transportation of various loose materials. Next, clamshell bucket crane for digging pits for ground construction work. And then we have the bulldozer, used for shallow digging and ditching. Roller compactor, used to compact soil and gravel. Amphibious excavator to perform dredging while afloat on soft terrain. And lastly, we have soil stabilizer to mix pre-spread binding agents such as lime or cement into existing soil.
Now we will look on the construction process for land reclamation of Palm Jumeirah. The first step is the construction of breakwater. Before the Palm Jumeirah's base can be formed, breakwater is constructed to reduce the wave impact of the sea onto the base and prevent ground movement. Second step is bunds for base construction. Bunds or embankments are then constructed to indicate the palm's base area before the base able to be raised to the formation level. Third step is the dredging process. Dredging of soils and sands are done by the cutter suction dredger to supply and provide firm grounds for the palm's base until it reaches the formation level. The fourth step is ground compaction. The palm's base ground is then compacted using vibro compaction to eliminate spaces between sand and soil particles, which simultaneously prevent potential ground movement or sinkage. Finally, after the base ground is stabilized, the base is then formed into a palm shape for the construction of buildings and infrastructures to take place afterward.
Now, let's see the construction of breakwater. It is approximately 11 kilometers long and 200 meters wide in cross-section. It is nearly 30 feet above low tide sea level and lies in 34 feet of water. The breakwater is made up of coarse sand, quarry run and 5 to 6 tons of sand. Next, subsea drill directional crossing. There are 6 subsea HDD bridges are being constructed at the eastern and western ends of the site. After that, the installation of 12 HDD crossings and 2 micro tunnels for electricity cable. Then, the pipe supply of drinking water, telecommunication, wastewater and the discharge of treated sewage are ranging from 7 meter to 14 meter in water depth.
Moving on to the challenges part, These are the challenges that are faced on the land reclamation in Dubai. First is the overtopping and stability for designing the crescent-shaped breakwater. This is the primary challenge. And the second is the availability of construction material, which it is constructed entirely of natural material without the use of concrete or metal.
Next is struggle to keep the seawater flowing. This is because of the two large openings on either side of the breakwater prevents stagnation. The last one is designed as the land reclamation. This is difficult one because the sand was sprayed onto the sea surface and then compacted with a vibro compactor machine.
So let's move on to the environmental consideration. First of all, dredging and redepositioning of sand. The typically crystalline water of the Persian Gulf at Dubai have become severely clouded with silt. Second, marine wildlife. All mobile biota would free the area and the benthic organism in or near the construction zone would be buried or asphyxiated. Third, wave beating. The waters of the Persian Gulf attempt to move around the new obstruction of the island for irregular sediment transport along the shore, has suffocated and injured local marine fauna and reduced the amount of sunlight which filters down to seashore vegetation.
The next environmental consideration are considering the coral reef, oyster beds and subterranean fields of seagrass and the coastal soil. This is because construction activity is damaging the marine habitat, burying coral reef, oyster beds and subterranean fields of seagrass, threatening local marine species as well as other species dependent on them for food. Oyster beds have been covered in as much as 2 inches of sediment, while above the water, beaches are eroding with the disruption of natural currents.